So we just gonna jump right in. I'm priming my face with a Refi primer because priming your skin is very essential to your base. I personally prefer a hydrating primer, or you could just use like a moisturizer, and then I'll go on top of that with the e.l.f. Hydra Grip just so I can have that gripping effect, because you want the foundation to be able to stick to the skin and not move around. And for me personally, I'm in Houston, so it's real hot right now. This is my summertime look, so it's gonna be a real matte look. I had to do my eyebrows off camera just because I can't do it like, it's so hard to record doing my eyebrows. I'm going in with the Juvias Place Warrior palette, the lightest brown shade, and I'm circling it. I'm patting it and circling it up to my eyebrow. Doing this ensures that the eyeshadow in the contour shade blends effortlessly. Some people don't go into their eyebrow, but I like to place the eyeshadow into my eyebrow just so my eyebrow don't look real boxy at the front. Now I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way skin tint. I love that. Like, it's so lightweight. Make sure you're getting it on your neck also. Then you'll see me going in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. All of the shades will be in the description just because I can't think of them off the top of my head. These are the places that I like to place my concealer. I will say I like a more lightweight foundation just because I place a lot of concealer on my face. The concealer is the more coverage product. And when I blend that out, I'm using my same beauty blender, and I'm blending it up into my hairline. That way it can give me more of a lifted effect. Now, when it comes to blending out my chin concealer, I try my best to stay in the same area, just because, as you can see, I spreaded it out a little too much, and it starts to make my foundation look too light. And then on top of that, I'm going to go with a brightening setting powder, so I just try to keep that in the same areas. And again, make sure you're getting in those creases in the inner corner of your eye, because you don't want your concealer to look like it's just sitting on your face. When it comes to contouring, I try to use something that's not too darker than my skin, but also will make me look bronzy. I'm going in with the angle brush, and I'm trying to keep that in the areas that I placed it while patting it in and blending it towards my hairline. There's no point to blend your concealer going forward, because it's going to make your face look elongated. Me personally, I don't like that. I feel like my face got a little chubbier than I'm used to, and blending out my concealer, my contour concealer, helps me bring my face back to that slim look. I went in with some more concealer and just evened everything out. I'm going to do something more in-depth with contouring my nose, just because it's a little hard for me to explain how to contour my nose. I really just take the concealer on the side of my nose and blend it up and down going into my eyebrow. Now, blending out that concealer again, make sure you have no creases before you get to setting. I'm using the Dermablend translucent setting powder to set my under eyes, and then after that, towards the end, I'm going to go in with the Anastasia translucent and double set my under eyes so I don't get oily or any of that, because again, it's hot outside and you need that extra oomph when it comes to setting the face. So now I'm just going in with the same Dermablend setting powder, and I'm setting everywhere I highlighted at. My forehead, my chin, my T-zone area, and then you're going to see me bake the sides of my nose as well as the bridge of my nose, just so it can keep that same contoured and highlighted demarcation. Then I'll be going in with the Juvias Place Shade Medium Duo Bronzer Palette just to go and set my contour, my cream contour that I had already placed on my skin. Setting that ensures that you have a matte face. You don't want nothing to stay wet on your face unless you're going for that wet look. On the other hand, I'm going for more of a matte look, as I stated in the beginning. So we want to make sure everything on the face is set. Even if you are going for a dewy look, you still want to set all of the cream contour and cream highlighter. So now I'm going in with my blush. This is the shade 4 in the Juvias Place Duo Blush Palette. I like to make sure the top shade, which is like the berry pink shade, is right under my eye, like directly under my eye, almost touching my lid. And I'm just placing that back and forth with my contour, blush and contour back and forth just so everything is seamlessly blended all together. Blush is my favorite thing, but I will say blush wears off throughout the day, so I do put on a lot of blush just so I can ensure at least something stays on my face. After you feel like you've got the desired look of blending out the blush and the contour together, I want to go in and carve out my cheeks. That way everything looks sculpted and kind of gives you that filter effect. To me, this is what gives that filter look, is that carved out sculpted look. And my glams look good in person as well as picture perfect because I take my time blending everything out. So right now I'm taking a powder puff and I'm going in with the Anastasia translucent powder. This is more of like a brightening powder because it's not too translucent. It kind of has a white effect to it without having that flashback look. So I just double set, as I stated earlier, and I place that under my eye. And then I go back in with the brush that I used to set the concealer under my eyes, and I just dust everything off. And then I go and clean up my contour with the powder that I use to set my cream contour. And then for my lip combo, I'll list that below, but I used a matte lip liner, a matte lip stain as a lip liner for this. And then I went in with another matte lip. Everything's going to be listed in the description. So while that lip liner, lip stain is drying, I went and took a flat brush from the Makeup by Ariel palette with Morphe, and I just put that same shade that I put on the top of my lid directly on the bottom, just so it all looks blended. And here you'll see me blending out my lip combo. I love me a good matte lip. I actually used about 2 to 3 different lip shades for this. And then I go in with another one of the brushes. I'll list the name of that brush in the description, but I go in with that brush and I put a little highlighter on the bridge of my nose. And of course, I'm not me without my beauty moles. My beauty moles to me bring my looks together. Like, I feel like it's not together without my beauty moles. So yeah, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching.